What we've done is we've actually built a state-of-the-art ranking formula for ranking documents in response to queries. So that's the whole thing. It looks a bit unwieldy, but you've seen all the components, so it should all be fairly fairly clear, right? So the biggest component there is the summation. We're summing up of the vocabulary, and basically what it means is the more words we have in the overlap between the document and the query, the better match is the document to that particular query. We have the term frequency of the word in the query. That is important because if the user happens to mention aardvark twice in the query, that's some indication that aardvark may be important for him. So we have the frequency of the word in the query. We have the IDF component. That gives a high weight to rare words and a low weight to very common words, words that don't bear a meaning. We have the term frequency component. So that says if the word occurs many times in the document, that's better than occurring once. But repetitions are less important if we have short documents, and repetitions are slightly more important if we have very long documents. So that's the squashing function. Right? So overall, this is called TF-IDF weighted sum. It's a form of a dot product where this is the weight on query, this is the weight on the document, and this is basically an out-of-the-box, state-of-the-art ranking formula that you have for short queries. So if you pull out your favorite search engine and you open up the code, and if no other information is provided, that search engine is probably going to use that for ranking documents against the queries. It is actively used by pretty much every search engine. It's not the only thing that is used. They use lots of factors for ranking, but this is one of the main factors. And if you take it out, things will break. I guess final note. This is what you use when you have a short query, a typical web query, which is 2 or 3 words, and long documents. And your goal is to rank the long documents with respect to the query. If you have very long queries, or you have query by example, then you wouldn't use this, you would use something else, and that's what we'll talk about in the next lecture.